Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming back and thanks for making all your comments on the video blog. I really appreciate it. Really, honestly, when you have a question, I'm really happy to answer any of those questions as much as I possibly can do. And if I don't know the answers, I'll find out for you. So thanks again. Right, okay, so today I am having my last shift for evenings. So today I'm starting at 7:30 in the evening and I'm finishing tomorrow morning at 7:30. I've just finished this 2 days of 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Quite difficult for me personally because I don't sleep very well in the daytime. But what I found out is as long as the children are set up with childcare, you can put your eyes in a sort of an eye cover, put some earplugs in, shut the window, shut the curtains, and don't drink anything too much before bed and try and not eat anything too much before bed. You end up sleeping quite well. So I had a good old 6-7 hours sleep this afternoon from this morning, which is really good. So yes, this is my last evening shift, and then I've got I think 4 days of rest, which is brilliant. Good thing about relief is that you do get quite a lot of rest days if you do a lot of 12-hour shifts. Excuse me. If you do three 12-hour shifts in the day in the week. So typically, if I'm doing more 10-hour shifts in the week, I get less rest days, which is understandable. Okay. And what you find is you get a block of rest days with relief. I've only had this coming last week and this coming week coming up was the first time I had a block of 5 days of rest, which is incredible. Who goes to work and is allowed to have a whole week off basically? But that's just the way that the hours have worked. Okay, so but if you're on a line or a rota, it's unlikely from what I'm being told that you can get such a big block. Okay, so I think you only get like 2 or 3 days rest max. But I won't know that until I get a rota, which I probably won't get for another year anyway. So today I want to sort of quickly chat about the shifts. There's some quick questions that's come up on the blog asking, what sort of shifts I do and overruns and times finishing and things like that. So I thought I'd pop it into a quick video for you. Okay, so the main hours that I do in the ambulance service currently is I've had a couple of 10-hour shifts. I've had more 12-hour shifts than before, and I've had some 1 or 2 8-hour shifts, but mostly 10 to 12-hour shifts. Okay, so it's not as bad as the fire service where those boys work really hard and they're 14-hour shifts at a time, from what I understand, from my friend who actually works in the fire service. So you start your shift, and if you've got a 12-hour shift, then you have allocated to you 2 half-an-hour breaks. Okay, and those half-an-hour breaks are given to you by the control, and obviously they sort of break into those 12 hours, so then you can have a break, which helps you relax through the day. Once you have your first break, if you feel that you would like to forego your second half-an-hour break, we have to say to the control that we want to forego as we are calling them to book on to our first break, just to make sure that everything's okay and that everything's covered, sort of thing. Sometimes that works in our favour, which means that we can leave half an hour early, because if you do say you finish at 7 o'clock p.m. usually, with the 2 half-hour breaks, if you forego your second half-hour break, you can leave at 6:30, because that last half an hour is your break time. It doesn't always go in our favour, as I say. Sometimes I've had had the opportunity to say I wish to forego my last break, and then within the last sort of 45 minutes or before going home, had another call which lasted 2 hours. So I forego my break and I have my overrun, which of course you get paid for extra for anyway. But you know, if you want to go home early, then that's it. You know, and you'll always get, if you have a Cat 1, obviously that's something you go to, and any other call that you go to. But generally, I try not to do too many shortening of the days. Basically, because I've been burnt too many times. Yeah, if I, for example, had I was about to finish in 10 minutes before my home time. It doesn't matter if it was foregoed or not, and a Cat 1 call comes through, then you take it. It's because that's the most important call in that sense, because it's an emergency, anything else. And I've even logged back on again just to take a Cat 1 when I was just about to finish. But that's just me, you know. Okay, so that's you have in a 12-hour shift you have 2 half-an-hour breaks. In a 10-hour shift, you only get the 1 half-an-hour break. Okay, and it's always good to have that break. You know, especially if you've got a busy night, you need that break. You need to sort of have your dinner, have your sandwiches, have your microwave, whatever it's going to be. Have a cup of tea, sit down, put your feet up, and close your eyes. You need to have that break, just to get away from what was going on the outside. Even if you had a quite an easy or relaxed or less stress day, it's nice to break away for half an hour. 8-hour shifts, I can't remember what I had for that. I guess it's half an hour. Very, very, very rarely do I have an 8-hour shift. I think I must have had one to memory. Most of them have been 10 to 12s. Okay, so I'm hoping that kind of clarifies something. If it's not, I'll probably make more questions than anything else. But yeah, generally we try to finish on time. You know, everyone's got a life at the end of the job. They've got family, or they've got loved ones. They may be on their own. They want to watch their favourite Star Trek or something like that. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, you try to finish on time. And if you can't finish on time because you've got a call, then you've got a call. You know, it's someone's life is in danger, or someone needs picking up, or someone needs some help. You're next in line, you go to the call, and then you finish. Okay, so that's that. Alright, so I hope that's answered your questions. Keep them coming in. I really appreciate your comments and questions, and I shall catch you soon. I'll have another video for you very shortly. Take care. Bye for now.